Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm Dave Shaves. Welcome to day 3 of Gillette Heritage Week. As you know, at this point, I've been going through and testing different blades in my Gillette Heritage because early last week I had put a comment across all my social media that I was not a fan of the razor, got a lot of pushback, and a lot of people told me to try again with different blades, etc. So that's what I'm doing here. This is day 3. I did not shave over the weekend. Saturday, just wasn't feeling it. And honestly, yesterday I woke up, I was not feeling well. I was just really under the weather. So I decided to skip yesterday and today, Saturday and yesterday, and go ahead and start today. So with day 3, I'm including a feather blade in here today. The reason I'm going as strong as a feather right now is because I do have a couple of days of growth on my face, as you can see. My facial hair grows really fast. If you've been watching my videos, you know that it grows really fast. Shaved it off about 4 weeks ago, and it's pretty much back in full force here. So you know that I have very fast-growing facial hair. It's also very thick and very coarse. So I'm going with a feather blade in my Gillette Heritage razor. Also included in that, I am using the Viking blade bowl, and in there I'm using the Viking blade soap. Sorry, I don't remember the scent. I apologize. It's on my Instagram, so check out my Instagram and you'll see the scent that I'm using. Brain fart. I'm also using my old original shave brush. And to finish off, I'm using Fine American Blend Aftershave. So before we get started, I do have a number of shout outs, and I just want to go through these real quick. First, a good friend of mine, I'm not going to go into specifics, not going to give names, anything like that, but a good friend of mine has been having a hard time, and I just want them to know, if they're watching, that I love them and I support them for everything that they go through. Next, I want to give a shout out to one of my oldest friends, Brandon Berger. He decided to start a YouTube channel. He also goes by the Bearded Lantern, but last I checked, his YouTube is still under Brandon Berger. So give him a check out, give him a like, give him a subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Also, one of my longest subscribers, a young kid named Samuel, he comments on all of these videos, comments on a lot of Wet Shavers videos, and we all appreciate him. We're all part of a big Facebook group, and we were all talking about it. We all appreciate his comments and his likes and everything like that. So Samuel, if you're watching, thank you so much for watching, commenting, and everything like that. We really appreciate you, brother. Finally, last but not least, a new Wet Shaver, well, not new to me, new friend of mine, I should say. Wet Shaver has been watching my videos, and he messaged me via Facebook last weekend and wanted to send me a couple blades so I could go ahead and continue this Gillette Heritage thing with a couple of his favorite blades. So I'm looking forward to those. This gentleman's name is Anthony Vincent. So if you have not already, check out his videos. He's got great videos. He, in fact, did a comparison video between the Gillette Heritage and the King C Gillette that just came out. So great video. A lot of his videos are great. So please give him a check out, give him a like, give him a subscribe. Let him know Dave Shaves sent you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Gonna go ahead and splash some water on my face, and we will go from there. I also have my soap bloom in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and splash the bloom water. Spill that out and splash it on my face, help moisten up my beard. And I just remember the scent of that soap is cedar and pine. I don't know why that slipped my mind, but there it is, cedar and pine. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this party started. I had reached the 70 subscriber mark, and then it looks like I actually lost a few. So I'm trying to get back up there. So If you are watching this video and you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. And again, as I say to everybody at all times, if you like this video, please go ahead and hit that like button and give me a comment below. I appreciate everybody's comments. I try to respond to all of them. All right. Now, another thing you'll notice if you've been watching my videos since the beginning is not only does my beard grow fast, my hair is also growing pretty out of control. It is almost in front of my eyes right now. I don't usually keep it this long. In fact, I usually keep it substantially shorter, like just barely long enough to be able to slick back so it doesn't spike. Letting it grow like this is new, at least new for me now. When I was in high school going into early college, I had long hair. I had hair past my shoulder blades. If you're lucky enough, maybe I'll show you that picture. Probably not. But it's been pretty much since then that I haven't had hair this long. So I am definitely not used to it. All right. So I got a nice lather going on already. I'm gonna go ahead and just lather up. All right, got that lathered. Let's go ahead and wash off my hands. All right. We're gonna go in for the first pass, which first pass, again, always with the grain. Trying to keep an angle where you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I know sometimes I don't always have that luck, but I'm hoping this time to get it, and it looks like I might be. So, if you have suggestions on the angle, I'd be happy to hear them. All right. First pass done. Now, actually, I should say the first pass on top done. I'm liking what I'm feeling. Let me go in for the bottom, and then I will come back and discuss my findings on the first pass. First pass done. Splash a little bit more water on my phone. All right. So, after the first pass, I'm actually impressed. There's still a lot of stubble left, but again, it's the first pass, and I did have a couple days of growth. But honestly, because I had a few days of growth, I was expecting more stubble than I actually have. It looks like, I need to go in for the other passes, but so far it looks like the feather is doing really well in the Heritage, especially on a couple of days of growth. So it was able to cut through that with no problem. So I'm very impressed. I am very, very impressed. So let's go ahead and go in for pass 2, and we will see what I feel after that. Second pass going against the grain on top. I'm sorry, across the grain on top and against the grain on bottom. Okay. It also seems like with my passes, I'm not having to go over areas as much. There's a lot of feedback, which you can't always tell from. Sometimes there's feedback and it's not working so well, but there's a lot of feedback today. I actually think the feedback might be indicative of how well it's working. All right. I do believe I have found the magic combination. Still have to go in for pass 3. Quick cleanup pass across the grain here and against up here. But honestly, I am liking the way it is feeling. I have a feeling that I may be changing my tune slightly about this razor. Okay. Let's give this a rinse off. And I find myself having to go over the center area, but that's typical for me. That's not new. That is my problem area, always has been. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and rinse off and I'll come back for some final remarks. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by taking the razor apart. Going to very carefully remove the blade. I always find it that I cut myself more actually on my fingers when I'm removing the blades than I actually ever do when I am actually shaving. got the blade all rinsed off, put that over here. Let that dry off the razor a bit. Just drying off the razor. Rinse off the brush and the bowl. Dry off the brush. Smooth out the bristles and hang it upside down on its base there. Dry off the bowl. Grab the soap, put the soap back in the bowl now, let that dry together. All right, let me go ahead and rinse some water on my face, rinse off the excess soap, and we'll go from there. Okay, I've got to say, I got to give this razor props. I don't know how versatile of a razor it is, because when you use less aggressive blades or certain blades, it doesn't always give you as good of a shave. But when using a sharp blade, like a feather, it was able to give me a very, very close, smooth shave. I'm going to test it to see if there's any irritation, because I did have to go over a couple areas down here a couple times. So we'll see. But as far as closeness of shave goes, I gotta really give it props. It cut through 2 full days of, actually more than that. I think it's Saturday, Sunday, so 3 days. It's been 3 full days since my last shave. So 72 hours, and it cut through that like nothing. So that is a very close shave, which means that that combination together, the Gillette Heritage and the feather blade, we have a winner. So that's good. That shows me that that razor is usable for me. I can definitely use it with my thick, coarse beard. I just have to do it with another blade, a stronger blade. Now, I will keep this going. When I get the blades that Anthony sent me, I'm gonna try those out because I did promise him I would, and I will try them out on camera. So we'll see how they work. And I'm excited to see if I can get any more blades that work with this. In fact, I may actually keep this going for a little while, just because honestly, knowing what razor I'm gonna use kind of takes some of the decision making out of what I'm gonna do that day. So I might actually keep this going for a little over a week just to try different blades in it. I can't guarantee I'm gonna videotape every video or every episode or whatever, but I might keep it going for a little while just to see, because it's been fun. So, all right, so let's go ahead and finish up with some fine American blend aftershave, and we will see what the burning situation is. Okay, Now with burning, there was a decent amount of burning, specifically in the areas up here and down here where I had to go over more than once. So going over a certain area, there's still some issues with smoothness there, but I think that has more to do with just the feather blade necessarily than the razor itself. It is a very aggressive blade. So that could very well have to do with the feather. Now, I don't usually get this much irritation when I use my feather. I'm not sure where we cut off because I got a phone call coming in while I was finishing up. But what I was saying was the feather, that could be more indicative of the feather blade, the burning I have. So I don't usually get that much irritation when I use the feather in other razors, but it could still be more of the blade than it is the razor itself, but we'll see. Other than that, it's a good combination. It's a combination I will use again, and it's a combination I'm actually very pleased with right now. So that's great. I thank you so much for your time and sticking with me, and you'll see what I do tomorrow. I don't know if I need to check the mail to see if those blades came in yet. If they haven't, then I'll pick another blade for tomorrow and we'll go from there. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and keep shaving. I'll see you on the next video.